Hello friends, welcome to the series lecture on network analysis. In this video, we shall discuss with respect to maximum power transfer theorem. The topics that I am going to cover is what is the need for maximum power transfer theorem, what are the variants of maximum power transfer theorem. I am going to discuss the problems associated with maximum power transfer theorem. In my previous lecture, I have covered with Thevenin's theorem, Norton's theorem and superposition theorem. If you have not watched those videos, links are given in the description. Please go through it. Let me consider a bilateral network consisting of n number of voltage source, n number of current source and passive elements. All those things you can replace by a single voltage source. You are going to call it as Thevenin's voltage source, and a single impedance looking from the load end. That impedance you are going to call it as Thevenin's impedance or Thevenin's resistance, and in series to this you will be connecting a load impedance. In the case of maximum power transfer theorem, you are going to match the source to the load, nothing but you will be talking with respect to source matching. Let me consider an example where a power station will be generating energy and that will be supplied to the end user. End user, according to his convenience, will be using all the electrical or electronic appliances. So the load will be continuously fluctuating. So in order to match to the load, you have to design proper source impedance. That proper designing of source impedance is given by maximum power transfer theorem. So we will be having several cases. All these cases we need to discuss with respect to maximum power transfer theorem. Case 1, if both source and load is a pure resistive network. So the source impedance I am going to call it as ZS, which is equals to RS, because it is a resistive network, and a load impedance or a load resistance I am going to represent by RL. Now what is the condition on RS with respect to RL is the question. The condition should be RS should be equals to RL, and you need to calculate what is the maximum power that is delivered to the load. That maximum power is denoted by P max, which is equals to VTH square divided by 4RL. So this is the equation for maximum power that is getting transferred to the load from this VTH. So this is very important. In the case 1, I have discussed both source and load is of pure resistive network. Let me solve one problem. So this is the problem what they are given. So in order to find the value of RL, we know that RL should be equals to RS. Now this is the load resistance, that is 2 ohm. If suppose they have not given this 2 ohm, or if they have connected 2 ohm, what is the mismatch you need to calculate. So looking at this end, what is the value of RL is my question. So in order to calculate this RL, all the voltage source you need to consider it as a short circuit, and all the current source you need to treat it as an open circuit in the case 1 of Thevenin's theorem. So the final circuit what we will be getting is this 2 ohm and 2 ohm will be connected in series. So the equivalent is 4 ohm. In parallel to this you will be having a 4 ohm resistor. In series to that you will be having a 1 ohm resistor. So 4 in parallel with 4 will be 2 ohms in series with 1 ohm, which is equals to 3 ohm. So the value of RL should be equals to 3 ohm for maximum power transfer, but they have connected this 2 ohm resistor. This is very important. For maximum power in the circuit, remove the RL and try to calculate the impedance. So the impedance should be connected is 3 ohm. This is source impedance, that is RS. Second case, let me consider source as a complex impedance and load is a pure resistive network, nothing but you will be having a source which is ZS, which is equals to RS plus J times of XS, and the load is a pure resistive network, that is denoted by RL, and you will be having a Thevenin's equivalent, that is VTH. Now what is the condition on RL with respect to ZS or with respect to the source impedance? So the condition on RL equals to under root of RS square plus XS square. If the source impedance is 3 plus or minus J4, at that time what is the condition on RL? RL should be equals to under root of 3 square plus 4 square, nothing but real square plus imaginary square, which is equals to under root of 25, which is equals to 5 ohm. Able to follow? Let me consider case 3. Both source and load is a complex impedance. Nothing but you will be having a source impedance that is ZS, and you will be having a load impedance that is ZL. And you will be having an AC ignited source that is VTH. Now what is the condition on ZS with respect to ZL? Always ZS should be complex conjugate of ZL. Or if ZS is RS plus J times of XS, at that time ZL should be equals to RL minus J times of XL, where RL is equals to RS and XL should be equals to XS, because already you have taken a conjugate. Able to follow? Nothing but if it is a combination of resistive plus inductive, here it should be resistive plus capacitive. Here if it would have been resistive plus capacitor, here it should be resistive plus inductor. This is one thing what you have to remember. Say suppose they have given a load impedance which is equals to 3 plus J4. What is the condition on ZS? ZS should be equals to 3 minus J4. Able to follow? Nothing but it should be a complex conjugate. Case 4, what they have given is source is a pure resistive and load is a complex impedance. Nothing but you will be having a source which is a pure resistive network, but here the load will be a complex impedance. Nothing but let me consider RS value which is equals to 3 ohm. Here you will be having RL plus or minus J times of XL or XC. Let me consider XL only. So the condition on RL should be equals to RS and XL will not be under your control. Nothing but complex power will not be wasted, because in half a cycle if it is delivering, in another half a cycle it will be absorbing, but the resistive power is a waste power, or it is getting wasted via heat. Fifth case, source is imaginary and load is a complex impedance. Nothing but your source is either capacitive or inductive, plus or minus J times of XS, let us assume, and your load impedance is a complex. Nothing but you will be having a resistive and a capacitive, or resistive and a inductive. So let me consider a black box. So this block will be RS plus or minus J times of, it should be RN plus or minus J times of XL. So what is the condition on XL? XL should be complex conjugate of XS, but RL can be any value of your choice. Now let us talk about the application of maximum power transfer theorem. The first application includes audio speaker design. Let me consider you will be having an Apple iPhone and a Samsung cell phone. So this Apple earphone, if you are plugging into Samsung phone, then clarity you will be losing. So in order to overcome this, what the company recommends is you should use the company earphone only. Nothing but each and every cell phone will be having a 3.5 mm jack and its impedance will be changed. So in order to match the impedance, you have to use the particular company earphone only. Next, it is used in automobile lighting system. It is used in cascaded connection of multi-stage amplifier with impedance matching. So in this video I have discussed with maximum power transfer theorem. Thank you for being on my channel. Please like the video, share this video with your friends and subscribe to my channel Training Gyan. All the best for your competitive exams. Thank you.